Hello, everyone, and welcome to Oxygen Not Included Prehistoric. Today, we're going to try to actually do something about that horrible, horrible asteroid hurtling towards us. Our certain doom, in fact, some might even say. I have no idea how long it's going to take for that asteroid to get here because I actually. Wait, maybe it will show me somewhere? Okay, well, I think we had like 100 and 150 days left. I don't know where my asteroid warning went. That's very strange. But anyways, as you can see, we've almost tunneled up to the giant meteor blaster. We don't have any power for it. We also don't have any ammo for it. We also don't have much of a chance of actually surviving because we've slowly flooded our base with chlorine water, chlorine, salt water, and the carbon dioxide pits. You know, the usual, just war crimes. Oh my god, that's a lot of chlorine gas in our that's a lot of chlorine gas in our garden. That's a real shame. Oh boy, these people are not long for this world. Anyways, I see someone has a skill. Let me just real quick see who that is. Frankie. We have art. I don't really care about art or pyrotechnics. That sounds good. So we're taking pyrotechnics. Amazingly, morale is surprisingly high given that we have flooded our base with chlorine gas, which, by the way, is an actual war crime, especially when done to civilians, which presumably duplicates are. I'm not sure if they're civilians or even count as alive. They very well might. I think they're clones or something. As you can see, we've lost a lot of these guys, mostly to my own stupidity, sometimes to their stupidity. Anyways, we're just gonna jump into it and see what happens today because I don't really 100% remember what's happening. I think I finally had my oxygen system working pretty well. Let's just switch to the oxygen overlay, ventilation. Yeah, we're pumping out more oxygen than we are carbon dioxide, and we kind of had to pump out the carbon dioxide too, or we have an overpressurized area here. And basically, the idea is that as we slowly pump out carbon dioxide and oxygen, eventually there's going to be more oxygen than carbon dioxide, so we won't need to filter out the carbon dioxide. And if we do filter out the carbon dioxide, we kind of like create this feedback loop where there's too much pressure, and so these things stop working and it gets much worse. Anyways, we're going to be keeping a careful note on our breathability, which is actually a very bad trick. So breathability counts the breathability of the areas your duplicates are in. So if they're all sleeping up here, it says it has 100% breathability, but if they're all down here, it says it's a nightmare hellscape. So we don't really 100% know how breathable our base is. I would say 50% is pretty accurate. I need to take a drink because something's happening with my sinuses. Sorry about that. Um, oh man, it has not stopped raining here in like a week now, and it's so moldy outside. Like it's almost a pseudo fall, and my sinuses do not like it. So I might have to make some awful noises, but I'll try to avoid it. And I'll remember to mute my microphone. I have a button, I just forgot to use it. Sorry about that. But anyways, so our goals today are kind of like threefold. So first off, yesterday we were setting up this system where we were trying to get the chlorine gas to clean our water, but instead the chlorine gas kind of climbed above our water, which is a real buzzkill, but whatever. Eventually, I'm hoping the chlorine gas will end up like refilling this area. We could also set up a ventilation thing to get rid of the carbon dioxide from down here and like put it over here. Those are both good options, I would believe. For now, the germs aren't too big of a problem. Let me find the germ overlay. I do know there are hotkeys. I just can't hit them because my hotkeys do funny things on my computer. Anyways, so as you can see, we're pumping germs into our food supply. Not the best, not the best. But overall, we kinda are fine. Like, we do have this med center set up if someone actually needs it, but food poisoning apparently is not serious in this game, which is bizarre, because in real life, I've had food poisoning. It almost killed me. I had a chicken burger in the Maldives, and I had a flight in like almost 24 hours, and it was not a good situation to be in. I made that flight, and I managed to survive, but it was an awful flight. It was from the Maldives 5 hours to Sri Lanka. Then we were in Sri Lanka for 2 hours. Then we had an overnight in Maldives, or not Maldives, sorry, Malaysia. By the way, bless Malaysia, they have bidets in their bathrooms, and you want a bidet if you're having food poisoning. But anyways, and then after an overnight stay in Malaysia, we then went on to the Philippines, where we then had a COVID quarantine. Anyways, that's a long story, and I'm not going to get into it because I've told that story before. But I'll probably at some point clip that story and put it somewhere because it's an awful story, and I can get into much more detail. It was very ironic. I wouldn't have gotten COVID if it wasn't for the COVID delays. But anyways, I'm trying to remember exactly what we're doing here. I know we're like trying to like redo our water system because, well, we want our water to be germ-free eventually. But anyways, I see we have a lot of bleach stone that's slowly leaching chlorine gas here, which is exactly what we want. Or maybe these guys are the bleach stone. I think they kind of just like, yeah, they excrete bleach stone and chlorine gas. Perfect, perfect. So they'll eventually take care of this. We want all of our bleach stone to go here. Bleach stone. We want all the bleach stone to go here, and then we'll just dump it here. Yeah. Anyways, I know I have some bleach stone somewhere. I just don't know where, and I don't care to find it right now. What we will be doing is, so every time I send people up here, someone dies. It's just been how that goes. We, we kind of want to off-vent our carbon dioxide into the, void, I believe, because, like, we're just not using up enough carbon dioxide. I think it's because we have 10 duplicates and we just, like, produce more than we can get rid of, and I'm not that good at handling the gas pressure. So, like, maybe someone dying isn't the worst thing. Like, we do already have some pre-built graves, and the morale hit really isn't that bad. I still need to get the metal refinery up, because we probably will need metal at some point. We have this here, but unfortunately, until we get the oxygen to be a bit more pure, it's just getting damaged by sending things that aren't oxygen. If you accidentally have some carbon dioxide hit your oxygen mask dock, it damages it for some reason. I don't really understand why. I personally don't think that's a good mechanic, but whatever. Anyways, um, let me just real quick check to make sure my stream title is right. It is. Okay, I'm new to this, give me a break. I am getting a spam call on my phone, that's annoying. Anyways, let me just real quick see. Um, let's see. What are we doing? Well, I really want to get this up and running, but we really don't have the power system to it. Our power system is, not good. Like, it's barely working, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna quickly Google that number because they haven't gone away, and I'm pretty sure it's spam because it has the same area code as me, but you have to check. You know how it is, you just Google every number before you answer it. I hate having, um, yeah, I don't know what that number is, I don't care. If you ever submit your, job application on any of the major, job sites, LinkedIn, Indeed, whatever, you're gonna get spam forever, it's awful. Anyways. Let me real quick see. So this is finally working, but let me just real quick make sure I'm not like pumping something I shouldn't be into my system. Alright, so all the water goes here, and then it goes into this system, and then it goes up through here, and then I would like to, if at all possible, like, eventually stop using this water system here. This water system is up here. Because, like, the way this thing works is, like, it just arbitrarily decides some of the system is handled by these pumps and some of the system is handled by these ones, and there's no real actual logic to it as near as I can tell. So like if this one stopped pumping water right now, despite the fact there is water coming from here, like it would probably stop right about here and just not fill this area, which is kind of dumb, but I understand it. Water physics are hard, so whatever. I'll let them get away with that for now. So let's see. Our water system's making some amount of sense, we just need the chlorine to be pushed back down. We could either suck out carbon dioxide to try to make the chlorine fall, or I don't know. I really want to get this done because I'm tired of my people having food poisoning constantly, but I'm also tired of them like being cold all the time because of the water, because it is ridiculous that they're cold. Well, here it's not ridiculous, it's like 58 degrees here, but over here it's like 94 degrees, and yeah, 94 degrees in here, and they'll still get cold when they're wet. Like, if it's 94 degrees, you're basically going to be miserable even if you're cold from the heat. Like, maybe not everywhere, but like, where I live anyways, like, when you have high humidity, the water doesn't help. It really doesn't. I feel like I feel like we're slowly getting better with the, yeah, we're slowly getting better with the carbon dioxide. I feel like it's falling and the oxygen is spreading, so that's good. What else do we need to do right now? So we need to get rid of that salt water just so it's gone. That needs repaired. We're going to put that on a high priority because we want it to be repaired. I don't see a priority. What is actually damaged here? Might be a pipe. Let me check the pipes real quick. I honestly don't know what's damaged there. Could be anything, really. Let's see. I guess we're just going to, yeah, I see this guy's going up here to dig, so that's fine. How's the auction up here? Not amazing, but also not awful. I was doing something with this gas filter. What is it for? Ventilation. Honestly, I don't even know what I was doing with this. It might have been to get rid of carbon dioxide. Like, yeah, there. Let's get rid of carbon dioxide, if any actually makes it up there. It doesn't look like any of the, it looks like, yeah, it's not even making it up there. Most of the oxygen's just getting hot for some reason. I guess all the vents are, oh, this one's fine. Why'd the oxygen stop moving? Um, Ventilation. So it is, like, going up, and then it's stuck here. It's stuck here, but it's just not going up there for some reason. Why? Was flashing for a second, right? I don't honestly know why it stopped going up. That's probably going to be a problem. We'll discover it as we go along. Physics is funny in this game. I also always forget to make this a 2-tile thing, but whatever. All that awful stuff is trapped in here, and we have the deodorizer, so whatever. Yeah, I guess war crimes aren't that bad. We'll just leave them to be war crimed here. It's fine. Like, as long as it's not even that bad in here. The chlorine gas is now mostly above their head levels, and they have. Actually, I don't know if this is gonna work. Like, the germs should. I think the germs will die in the pipes too with the carbon. Well, no, it won't die in the pipes. Can I see the germ status of these pipes? Let me see real quick. Germs. So it looks like this might be working actually. Like, it's not how I intended it to be working. I wanted the germs to be killed down here, but if they're getting killed up there, I'm not complaining. More power to you. If we can just get the germs cleaned up here, let's actually just do like a mass germ cleanup. So disinfect everything. So just disinfect everything when you have time. Alright, we're also going to speed up the, we're going to speed through the night because nothing really happens at night. Who has stress? 1% for Ari? You know what? I will give you 1% stress. You deserve it. Like, awful things have happened. Very awful things. So we're just going to speed through the night. I guess I can put more priority on to getting up here, but, like, there's going to be a whole system to make sure we need air up here, and, we did collect some oxygen here with canisters, but I don't know. I'm not super familiar with how long the oxygen canisters will last, so like maybe we're gonna lose some people up here. I don't really know. It is now day and our people are up and moving, so I will switch it back to being medium speed. Let's see, canister filler, and so we have a canister filler, and we should be able to put oxygen mask here. So let's get some oxygen stations. Actually, you know what? They probably need oxygen. I don't 100% know what will happen when they go into the vacuum because it's been a very long time since I've played this game that far. But I'm gonna guess they'll explode if we just send them out there with a oxygen mask, and we'll need like the full exosuit. I assume we'll need the full exosuit. I don't really 100% know. We'll find out. But I'm gonna guess yes. These guys are not breeding. What does it take to make these guys breed? Plums are non-hostile critters that subsist on overgrow vines, which we have. Okay. When they stomp heavily near plants, the commotion causes harvestable items to fall. Okay. Their diet is overgrow fig, bristleberry, bog jelly. Okay. They excrete peat? I've never seen them excrete anything. So these guys are actually pretty. They could be really important because they could keep our peat generators going longer. Because like this map doesn't have any, doesn't seem to have any renewable resources out, so we've kind of just had to work with peat and hydrogen as we could. So that's interesting. That might turn into something for us. Let's see. But how do we make them like multiply? It doesn't really say. I'm just gonna assume that happens eventually. Or maybe we've just been eating the eggs. I haven't really been super paying attention. Okay, so we know about that. We know about that. Long commutes, yeah, that's probably true. Building lacks resources, no research focus. Okay, we need a research focus. Plastic manufacturing. I know we're going to need plastic manufacturing eventually, so we're just going to open that up and see what happens. Okay, so we've got research. No wash buildings, don't care. Research finished, I don't care. Yeah. So I guess our main goal was just to get this enough power to this thing that we can actually like use it. I'm kind of thinking we're gonna redo a new, we're going to do a new power system over here, and we're going to do it right this time because this was kind of slapdash, and we really could have done better, and it really wasn't the smartest thing in the world. And ultimately, having our power system over by the industrial area kind of makes more sense. Also, we already have bathrooms over here, so that's a plus. Let's just carve this whole area out. And then we're going to build a new power system over here. We don't have like much that could do this, honestly. Like, yeah, we're just gonna have to use peat, honestly. We don't have petroleum, we don't have natural gas, but well, we do have natural gas, but we're generating it ourselves, and there's very actual little of it. So yeah, we're just gonna have to build a peat burner over here. We're going to learn from our previous lessons and like just do it right this time. Alright, perfect. And then we'll have the little pit here where we collect up all the awful stuff. Where is the, what kind of, the mesh tile? We need the mesh tile. So, mesh tile. Oh, right, these, right, okay, I know where I'm going wrong here already. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of that. We'll have it, like, go behind, I guess, so that it's out of the way. Let's see, mesh tile, mesh tile, mesh tile. No, we don't want it that tall. We'll build the peat thing first. The peat burner. How to make a vegan cry, whatever this monstrosity is. Honestly, it's probably bad for everyone. Alright, there we go. And now we'll have like a straight drip of the awful gunk that comes out of these things. And then we'll need to build like just a small pit right here to collect it up. We will ironically need more power to collect up the gunk. It's kind of becoming a circle lately where everything I do ends up needing more power, so as I build more power, I kind of don't have more power. Alright, so we got this thing here, and we just need to find a way to connect it into one of our sewage pipes. I believe this is a sewage pipe. Yeah, this is a sewage pipe, so we'll be able to just, like, go up and under here and just, like, do that. It's not going to be great looking, but it is what it is. And then we'll have the actual power behind it, I believe. Heavy conductive. Which one has the highest? I just want to use the highest. Max 50k, max 20k. And what do we need for this? Lead. So I'm okay with using like a bunch of lead for this section here. Oh, we're already out. Never mind. We're just going to use heavy wire and then we'll upgrade it eventually. Because we don't have that much lead. Honestly, why not? We have plenty of nickel. We're not like hurting for nickel. And then we're going to, oh, oh dear. I understand where I've gone wrong with this already. Because then we're gonna have the stinky crap coming up here. Can we have a bridge? Is there a bridge we can use? Cancel build, please. Maybe we could use a bridge. Power. Wire bridge. How much can you? Heavy watt joint plate allows heavy watt wires to be run through walls and floors. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what we need. Is there an in and an out? There doesn't appear to be, so I think we can just put that one in whatever order we want. And then we'll just have a regular tile there, I guess. No, we won't. What's happening here? Doesn't this whole thing allow... Okay, now I'm just confused. Isn't the whole point of that it allows us to go through walls? Let's just cancel that real quick, and then we're gonna put a wall here, and then we're just going to, like, try to put it through it, maybe? Oh, maybe this is the wall. Okay, I think I understand now. That plate actually is the wall. Or at least I hope it is. We're gonna find out. Alright, and then we just want to build some flooring here, just so it can be a little nicer looking. Yeah, I think we're just gonna run like heavy watt somewhere through here, I guess. Like, we just don't want it to actually, we just don't want the hell pit to spread. Like, we want that to get sucked up and dumped into the other area without, like, polluting our oxygen. Technically, we could also just set up an oxygen scrubber, but we don't really have a lot of sand, so I don't really want to do that. Also, why are you not being wrangled to the correct location? Put that on a tier 8, I guess. Like, let's get this guy wrangled up. Relocate him over here. And put that on a fairly high priority. Like, why hasn't that happened? How long has this guy just been tied up over here? Look at this face. Look at this face. This is the face of someone who does not know what happened and is not happy about it. I feel you, man. I feel you. It's kind of like being at the DMV, I guess. Anyways, we're just going to put a ladder here so we can actually get to the top. And then, this is where it's going to get more complicated. I think we're going to, like, just, like, maybe each of these is going to be their own little section. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're going to have some, like, peat here, so it's, like, we have a reserve of peat there, because we actually have tons of peat down here. Oh, are we running out of peat, honestly? We're down to 12 tons of peat, and that's going to be a complete disaster at some point. We're going to need to go mining for peat, but luckily, there does appear to be some peat here. Like, let's just mine this peat just so we have it. And then once we have that mined out, we can just, like, take this and dump it straight into our sewer, and we'll close it up later. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to go mining for peat. Like, 12, if I'm not mistaken, we had like 50 tons of peat before, or something ridiculous like that. Like, I'm actually really worried about the peat now. There's a lot of it all over the place, but like, yeah, I really need to be paying better attention to that. I'm trying to find like the optimal sections to actually dig and find lots of peat. It's just kind of spread everywhere, like there's no one big chunk of it, it seems like. Also, theoretically, there could be a lot of peat that's just on the floor, and we haven't gotten to it yet. That's also a possibility. What's happening here? Researcher isn't researching because there's insufficient water. Why is there oh yeah, right. Actually, this is the only place to get water from. Ah, jeez. Jeez. It can still get water, right? Well, that's gonna be a problem, and we'll tackle it when it happens. Because, like, there's no way to pipe water into the supercomputer for some dumb reason, I guess. Alright, what can we get out of the blueprint? Plum squash, dew seed, plum squash, dew seed. I don't really think either of those add anything to me. I'm just gonna... I guess I'll just take the plum squash seed to have it. I don't want to expand out anymore. I think we've already got too many dupes, honestly. How is our oxygen situation? Still not getting better. Okay, that's not great. Well, I mean, I guess maybe it's getting a little better. It's just taking time. Like, it's slowly getting better, maybe. Well, the max gas pressure is still a problem over here, but, like, it's not being a big problem, I guess, so whatever. I kind of want to cut this off, and then cut this off, and then this natural hydrogen gas will come over and give us a little bit of a boost, I guess. Because the hydrogen gas should always end up here anyways. Yeah. How are our various, like... Most of these things, like, we do have oxygen diffusers here and there, but most of them have, like, too much pressure to do anything about, so... There's that. And then, let's see, how are we going to get the power down here, if I'm being at all honest with myself? I don't really want... I guess I could just take it down here. This is more of an industrial zone, so we don't really super care. But I also wouldn't mind, like, being able to split stuff off, so maybe, like, right here... Actually, we're going to cancel the build, and we're just going to take the wire down through there, and then, like, we'll have a special area for wires, I guess. Because I want to, like, just not even play around with this. I just want a heavy watt wire going down there. And, can it go through the graves? That seems like it's, disrespectful, but we don't care. Like, we now have power running through a graveyard. Very disrespectful. It is what it is. Let's see. We're probably going to need some ladders to help out here to get that built, so let's get some ladders. Don't really need that ladder there. We'll just continue this ladder on. Alright, we're doing some major disrespect right here. Let's see. I guess we're going to need some ladder here. Stop monkeying around, I say as I make them basically have to monkey around. So anyways, this is now a floating grave. I honestly don't know if that's going to, like, make people mad. I would imagine it would make people mad. Probably. Yeah, I would be very mad about that if someone ran a major power wire through a graveyard, but Let's see how their morale's doing, if that actually affected anything. I don't think it did. We used to have way higher morale. Like, we had, yeah, like, maybe it's just some people have way higher morale. Who is suffocating and why? Pause, pause, pause. Oh my god, this is how it always happens. Just dig! If it's endangering your life, just dig. Priority 9, please. We've lost so many people this way. It's ridiculous. So many people have died to suffocating that didn't need to happen. Anyways, how is that ventilation going? Anything better happening with the ventilation? Actually, it seems much worse. What is going on here? We're actually just pumping. Yeah, why isn't this going up? Pause. Pause, pause, pause. Why isn't this going up? Disable this, maybe? Disable this building, priority 9, get it disabled, and see what happens. Maybe this thing is, for some reason, preventing it from going up. Like, we might actually have a really bad event happen here because of this. Like, we might actually just kill our colony. Let's see, ventilation. Let's see if it just magically starts going up now that we've disabled that thing. No. What if we just, what if we just, like, what if we just deconstruct that, priority 9? Just deconstruct this really quick, please. Also, maybe vent this, I don't know. How do I empty this building? Empty storage. Okay, so that's been emptied, that didn't help. This is a priority 9, get it done. Alrighty, they're running up here like crazy to get this done, that's perfect. Did that help the ventilation situation? Yeah, apparently this thing was preventing the ventilation from happening, which means we're just pumping pure carbon dioxide all over our base. Great. Amazing, even. Okay, so these things are broken. Oh my god, we really messed up here. Wait, where'd the water come from? Okay. I was not paying attention. I really should have been paying attention. Get this cleaned up now. Okay, so there was actually 2 separate problems, and one of them was much less bad than the other, but we've got it fixed. We actually... What is this stuff here? Oh, this is liquid. I am looking at the wrong pipe. There we go. Get it cleaned up, please. For the love of all that is good and holy, get this working again. Waiting for needed repair. 9. Just make sure these things work. 9, 9, 9. Just work. That's all we ask for. Just work. Alright, we got plenty of people here on the scene. If they try to go to bed, we might have to make this an emergency, but I think we've got this handled pretty well. You're always like 2 seconds away from a disaster, and this, like after the first few days, like after you get past this section, I'll just use the dig menu to show it. After you get past like this section here, everything after that's just a disaster waiting to happen. Get the water cleaned up, please. On the bright side, if we ever need salt, we're gonna have plenty of salt. Priority actually, like, can we make this priority emergency or something? Like, just get all of this stuff to work. I don't care anymore, just get it to work. I can't tell you how immeasurably disappointed I am with my Sims. They're very dumb. This will hold peat. Material, peat. Peat. Peat can go here, and same for this one. Peat. I know there's a way to copy and paste, but I don't remember what it is, so we're just gonna live with this. Alright, so we've almost got this taken care of if these idiots could ever actually think for 2 seconds. Pause. I actually think I need to put this on priority, like, emergency. Like, we need to get this cleaned up now, and we need to get these fixed now, or, like, our oxygen situation, which was awful before, it only gets worse. So just get this done, like, all of you, now. Alright, so we're already down to 5 alerts, so just get it done. 3, so where is this water coming from, though? Like, there's more water already? Just get it done. Like, where is this water coming from? It's not coming from up here. We're not digging anything. I guess maybe it's falling from up here? Was it falling from up here? Is that what's happening? Like, if we could just set 1 block here, would this fix everything? Alright. Where is this water frickin' coming from? I'm not happy with the water situation here. Get it mopped. I'm gonna make you guys work through the night if this isn't fixed now. Like, I don't want to be that kind of boss, but if I have to be that kind of boss, we're gonna just make that happen. Like, if you guys want to breathe... Oh, hey, the asteroid cycle thing is back. So we have 110 days to actually destroy the asteroid before we're all doomed. And I honestly think it's pretty possible we're just doomed. Like, very possible, in fact. Honestly, if these guys don't get off of their butts... They didn't even get this fixed today. Amazing. Technically, we do have some oxygen scrubbers around, which will hopefully pick up the slack, but I don't think that's going to help, honestly. Like, this guy's barely even gonna be able to breathe tonight. I don't know why he went to bed. Like, look how bad of a decision this was for him to sleep tonight. And yet he made that decision anyways, and now it's all his fault. His doom is in his hands. Anyone got some skills? Maybe some skills to actually make your brains work? Improved tinkering. We're gonna give you improved farming. You're now our farmer. Great. Electrical engineering, sure. I guess you're gonna continue going into our research tree to be our researcher. Art fundamentals or improved farming. Honestly, both of these are useless, but we'll just have another guy who knows how to do farming in case of a mass casualty event. Okay, our doctor finally knows advanced doctoring. That's pretty good. Anyways, go through the night. I can't believe you all are sleeping through a yellow alert. You absolute imbeciles. I would fire you all out of a cannon if I had the option to. Alright, so, come on, get down there and get this fixed. Get this fixed or you're all doomed. I assure you, you are all doomed. This is not going to be good for you. Like, already our breathability is probably going to go down a little bit because we're pumping carbon dioxide all over. Alright, so anyways, we are now almost done with the yellow alerts. I'm pretty sure this is going to stop water from hitting this again. I don't really know. Like, honestly, I don't know how this happened. We're just going to go down to a lower level of movement just to make sure these ones get fixed immediately. Like, now, please. Now, please. There we go. And once these get fixed, like, hopefully the oxygen levels are going to recover pretty quickly, but more likely than not, they are not going to recover quickly at all. Theoretically, we have been pumping, like, all of the carbon dioxide out to other places, so hopefully that's helped. I did not realize this was going to mess up the entire system as badly as it did, but boy did it mess up the whole system. Oh hey, this guy's got a unibrow, that's funny. I didn't even notice. Like, how is this not done yet? Okay, so these are... Like, are these not repaired? How is the water here again? Pause, pause, pause. What is happening? How is this? Okay, so this is salt water. What is happening to make the salt water happen? Do we have a broken pipe? What's happening? Plumbing. Oh my god, we're pumping salt water into this. That's what's happening. Disable building, disable building. Priority 9, priority 9. I see what's happening now. I did not understand that, and I should have. I saw the salt water earlier, and I just did not grok that. Because over here is where we get the... Well, that was all my fault, but whatever. Just get this cleaned up. It's going to be a problem. Like, it's gonna happen a few more times, honestly. How long has that salt water been... Yeah, there's so much salt water in our system. It's probably gonna break some stuff. I wonder if they can just shower in salt water, though, because, like, that should be fine. Our plants are probably not gonna like salt water too much, and we're probably gonna kill a few plants, but yeah. Disable these. In fact, just deconstruct these, honestly. Like, I just can't have these things, like, messing with my water system. All the water needs to come over from here where it's actually sorting out the salt water. What do you mean there's no liquid input? Plumbing. Output pipe is green. Is this not filtering? Yeah, it's filtering out. What do you mean there's no liquid in... Oh, no liquid output. Okay, output. I misread that. That's fine. Alright, so, Crisis isn't inverted, but we understand it. So, for the YouTubers, I am streaming this on Twitch. I'm going to do about 4 or 5 more episodes, so if you can't wait to see the next one, check me out on Twitch and you'll find the stream. If you're a Twitch person, just keep on watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.